Seem to have lost. Okay, well, I don't know what happened there, but this is the continuation of that last video. Um, when we look at our past lives, we notice that there's something there that we recognize, and we wonder what it's all about, and why do we remember this stuff? Why is it that we have deja vu? Why is it that we remember certain things that we couldn't remember then, but now we remember them? Because you see, when we sit there with Mother, Father, God, what happens, my friends, is we talk about the way we want to see our life, what we want to become, and all this other stuff. And we covered this earlier. And once we do all that, my friends, you see, we look at the situation and we're like, interesting, wow, and all of a sudden, as we're going through our life's journey as spiritual beings having human experiences, we start having all these memories, these visions, we remember being this one and that one and the other thing. And that's why so many people in our world say, well, I remember being either Cleopatra or Joan of Arc or this one or that one, because I believe personally that we all have past lives, and when our past lives, they affect us. They affect us in our life that we are presently in now. What happens? We either haven't learned the last thing as our last visit here, our last incarnation here, we didn't remember, or we were faced with some situation and we found another way out of it. We didn't go through the whole situation. And now we're given a second chance, third chance, fourth chance to try again. And then usually if we remember by meditating and praying, you can actually remember. It's because it's in your subconscious mind, my friends, that you remember these things. And when we do, it's just this incredible feeling, my friends. You see, what happens, we have this like incredible feeling of knowing and awareness, and when we really get curious, because we run into people, like we meet up with people in this life that we remember from another lifetime that we're with for some other reason. Sometimes it's karmic, sometimes it's just it's unfinished business, or you chose in that lifetime to come back again and reincarnate. Now, not all of you are going to understand this, but there'll also be a good amount of you that will. And it's an interesting subject as you meditate and pray on things, how you explore your own thing. Like one of my meditations on a regular basis is exploring who I am and who I'm meant to become, and remembering, most of the time with my memories, they happen in dreams, or like I said, one of the experiences, like I said, I walk into a place and I remember and I start having visions. I start remembering I could be standing on like the back porch of a house I've never been, and all of a sudden I start seeing like everything like a movie, like a vision of a lifetime I lived once before. And then we find ourselves in situations. You find yourself in a situation like, let's say, the Renaissance Fair, for instance. You go to the Renaissance Fair and then everything seems familiar to you. You've never been there before. So now you're faced with another deja vu, another memory. And it's just like interesting, very interesting. And then when you think back and you pray on it and meditate on it, you start to remember stuff. So pay attention to your dreams, my friends. If you're interested in sweat lodges, you may have memories of another lifetime as a Native American. It's interesting how the world around us is full of memories that are in our cellular memory banks, like they talk about in Starborn. That somewhere deep inside our cellular memory banks, we remember stuff. We discover people, they're psychics, that look at us and say, wow, you're an old soul, and that's because you've been around so many different lifetimes. It's an interesting concept to follow. When I turned a certain age, I did a lot of exploring of the unknown, and that's how I discovered all this stuff. And as time went on, I started having visions, dreams, memories that came back to me. And that's how I started writing I started writing books and stories and short stories and stuff and songs, because most of it all comes from memory. Something that I remember doing, a lifetime that I remember. And if you really, really focus on your lives, my friends, you might look back and say, yeah, I basically remember that. But when you go deep within into the stillness of your spirit, of your soul, my friends, as a spiritual being, you'll be amazed what you can remember. You'll also be amazed on how powerful you are. You really are. That there are many more things that you can do if you believe and put your mind to it and believe in it. And the more you believe, the stronger it becomes, my friends. You can manifest things, like, how they talk about the law of attraction, how we are constantly manifesting things in our lives. It's an interesting concept. If you look around, my friends, if you meditate and pray, you might be surprised on how much you remember about a past life if you live one. If you're a new soul, then it's a different story altogether. But most of the time, people that have gone through things or experienced things in the past life remember them in a future life. And sometimes what we do is carry stuff over from a past life into this one. And then now we have the opportunity to either experience and do things differently, because somewhere deep inside your own memory, in your own cellular memory banks, your answer lies within you. And any mentor or guide will tell you that. You just have to believe and have faith and listen to that small, still voice within you, my friends. The more you listen, the more you'll be surprised and inspired about who you are, where you've come from. And give it time. You're not going to learn everything overnight. But as you grow in life, you may discover new skills, new abilities that you didn't know you had, but were always there within you. So, my friends, never be discouraged of what's around you. Discover and explore who you are by meditation and prayer. And when you come in, and if you have a deja vu when you're somewhere, then go back and go back into meditation and ask, where do I remember this from? These are certain things, certain steps you can take to remember who you are, where you come from, what your destiny will be, and what you need to do next. And there are many other ways too, like numerology, and even sometimes a tarot card reader can find all that stuff as well. So, my friends, keep your mind open and stuff. Be open to what new comes your way and see what you learn as you grow on Earth School and you grow within yourself. We love you. Namaste. And this is Reverend Ruth on Starry Bar with Angel Healing Ministries. Have a blessed day and night, and we'll talk to you real soon. We love you. Namaste. Thanks. And if you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe. We love you. Namaste. In the last video, the Thanksgiving one that I did, if you like that video, please click the subscribe button, and click the button and subscribe. We love you. Namaste. Thanks again. Once again, this is Reverend Ruth on Starry Bar with Angel Healing Ministries. Bye.